Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We are playing Strategy, the Demigod Wanderer for Dieselrobin 5. And this is our second time on the character, I believe. You may recall, shortly, right at the end of our last episode on this character, we were in the lair end vault, and after killing all those demons, there was like a quick blade, like +3 quick blade or something. And I was like, I don't know, should we use this? Maybe, maybe not. I'll leave it up for the next guy. Well, so he signs in, right? Wheels signs in, and he sees this quick blade. And he says, oh, I'll just read a random unidentified scroll from my inventory. Oh, it's brand weapon. I guess I'll hit the quick blade. Oh, we got electrocution. I guess it's a pretty good weapon now. So that was a pretty easy choice. We decided to pick that up. What else has happened? We just picked up the slimy rune, not slimy, the decaying rune from Swamp. So our job next is, we have a few choices. We could, so this is the first time in Dieselrobin you get to choose. You have to do missions 5, 6, and 7, but you can do them in any order. So we could either choose to enter depths and clear depths without going to any other new places. Or we could choose to enter vaults, go all the way to vaults 4, and then enter crypts and go all the way to vaults 3. Sorry, crypts 3. Or we could get a second lair rune. And those are mutually exclusive. I can't like head into a lair branch, say, you never mind, let's go to vaults. So I think it seems a lot easier to handle Snake than to do, say, vaults. And of course, depths is out of the question. What a terrible idea. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to head to Snake. But I have to review the character, and in particular, Pleasing Fungus advises me to read his notes. This character's defenses are garbage. In my opinion, pick up the shield. You cannot kill a ghost. Have fun. You could get a triple sword. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I agree. We probably want to hybridize a bit. I usually do. It looks like we're pushing hard for one-handed weapons. Okay. So we got this shield thing. And is he talking about not a shield that we're carrying, but this thing on Dungeon 10, apparently. He thinks we should grab this shield. Alright. So what are we carrying? Oh, that's right. Wheels also found the +9 dagger of chilly death. So that's an option, but I think the quick blade is generally better. How are our resists? 0. Alright. We have this troll leather armor, which God knows why. I would just throw it away, personally. And you know, I'm here, so... How did we... We found it in an ice cave, alright. So it's not like someone even enchanted this and I'm throwing it on the ground to spite them. We just found it and we've been carrying it around for no good reason. They appear not to love the Amulet of Rage. Wheels was wearing regen and swapping Rage on. I would probably rather just have Rage on all the time so that I can access it without having to waste a turn swapping. It's more important than regen, I think. But, whatever. 8 potions of invisibility, a ton of potions of curing, a ton of heal wounds. So that's this character's main strength, I think. A quick blade of electrocution and, like, unlimited heal wounds. Basically. Do you want to keep training shields? Fine, we can keep training shields. Who am I to argue? We've already spent 8 on it, which is, like, quite expensive if we're not going to switch to a regular-sized shield, so I guess why not. And of course they're leaving me to fight my way out of Swamp. They couldn't have the courtesy to leave for me, but it's not a big deal. I think either is fine. It's amazing like how slowly enemies move when you're using a quick blade. So you get like 3 attacks per turn, and they only get 1 move per turn, right? So they appear to move very slowly. Even though, of course, they're moving at the same speed, but relative to you, it's much slower. Ah, a Book of Unlife. Now, if we were going to hybridize, I would love to go that direction. What books are there, anyway? Book of Air, Book of Unlife, Book of Burglary. Those seem like the main ones. Book of Air would basically just be for repel missiles. Book of Burglary, not for much of anything, honestly. I do like Passage of Galubria, but it's a long ways away from being terribly relevant. We seem to have already learned Passwall for some reason, which is fine. I forget if I did that. But yeah, let's pick up the shield, I guess. Why not? Pleasing Fungus, you know best. Are this character's defenses really garbage? Like 2017? Like, those seem fine, and we've got fine HP. I don't know what he's complaining about. Where's this ghost that we can't possibly kill? Ugh, sorry about that. Swamp 4. Yeah, don't need to worry about that. Okay, so we are headed to... Oh, is there anything on the shopping list that we want? 3 Scrolls of Enchant Armor, huh? Why have we not bought those yet? That's outrageous. Let's go. Purchase, yes. Read... Oh, I'm already carrying one, too. Read S on Z. Read S on Y twice. Great. All right. That's good. Now let's head to Snake. Do I have any poison resistance in this game? There's a Swamp Dragon hide. Okay, maybe that's what they were hoping to use. I have the Dagger of Chilly Death, so I don't even need that. And it's not like that's, you know, it's not absolutely critical to have poison resistance, but it does make things easier. Okay, so hopefully this should be one of the easier missions. Easier than getting your first rune to get your second, because like you're stronger. You're as strong at the beginning of the branch as you were at the end of the last branch, right? On the other hand, like Swamp is generally easier than Snake, so... Hello, Roxanne. And Louise. Sure, I'll leave her alone too. The most cowardly demigod ever known to exist. What is this? Is someone messaging me? Ah, it says that I've started mission 5. Okay. Apparently when you have a choice, it announces when you start a mission. It normally, for all the missions where we have no choice, it's just like, do this mission next, and then when you start doing it, it doesn't say anything. But since we did have some choices, the bot is announcing to everyone which mission I'm doing, apparently. So that we don't like accidentally try to do a different one or something. I don't know. Maybe it's so I know that I'm now forbidden to do any of the other things. But of course I already know, so... I mean, a +5 Elect Quickblade is, like, real good. So I'm not entirely sure why Pleasing Fungus was so pessimistic about this character. I mean, we could get banished here, but I think we would be fine in the Abyss. Louise with that large shield is causing me some sadness. I just need to land a few hits, you know? Get those... Yeah, there we go. We're blocking her attacks. She's, like, barely even touched us. It's not a distortion weapon, right? Yeah. So she would have to actually cast Banishment, which is never going to work. So honestly, she's not a concern at all. And we could consider getting a large shield from her, but I don't think that's a very good idea. Alright, done with Snake 1. No problems. Naga Sharpshooter times 3. This makes me think about Vashnia. Let's see if we can kill like 1 or 2 of these guys before retreating, maybe. It's Amulet of oh yeah, we have Reflection on. That's real good against with a normal sized shield actually. It's doing, I don't know. Is it good? Like, you know, they always say Reflection only helps you kill monsters that weren't a problem anyway. And I don't know, maybe that's true, but it certainly feels good to deal with the sharpshooters and like have them start killing you themselves. All right, the Guardian Serpent is going to do that, so that's not very nice. But let's kill him before he can do it again. And then just tab the rest of these guys, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what Pleasing Fungus was so worried about. This guy's great. And, you know, if things go a little bit badly, you know, we have 100 heal wounds. Let's just go upstairs and rest. That was without poison resistance, right? Like, easy mode. This character. Not to say that... Oh, okay, let's step here. Alright, let's heal just to be careful here. That didn't work well. Alright, we got him. Yeah, those guys are sort of a much bigger threat than the Nagas. But he snuck up on us, right? He caught me while I was resting. I think if we had to fight one of those guys just in isolation all by himself while at high health, it would be fine. Right, we don't have disintegration. Let's just keep walking away then. And now that we've got them pulled away, there we go. See, no problem. But I feel like we should maybe be using Chilly Death in here. I think it would be a reasonable thing to try anyway. See how it goes. That looks very suspicious. Ooh. Ooh. Ah! Stores! So many. Okay, I don't particularly want any of these things right now, but somebody else might want them later. So I might as well mark them as interesting. Ooh, that's interesting. Because a regen and spectral weapon are both like quite good. That's something we could start learning spells for. Book of Dreams has nothing good, right? Yeah. I mean, Shadow Creatures is a good spell. No question there. It's a little hard to get into. Minor Magic. Ooh. Translocations is so great. Blink is, rather. Yeah, we don't need the Book of Earth. Alright, anything here that I should really be saving up for and not buying these books? I don't think so. So let's buy the Book of Minor Magic immediately. Memorize, blink, yes. Let's move these spells around. This all looks fine now. Anything else I could memorize? Nothing terribly good. And let's grab the Book of Battle as well. And memorize Regen. Now, arguably, like, this is the wrong thing to do because I'm not exactly using it yet. But this way I can like sort of start training it. And this way I can sort of force my will on the people who come after me, right? If I left it in the shop and said, you guys should buy this, you know, conceivably they might choose not to. Whereas now I've made the default choice be to learn these spells rather than to not learn them. Ooh. Cool. And I really do want Blink to get going. It's just such a valuable spell. And not that hard to get online, especially when you've got demigod stats, right? Alright, why don't you come up here? I don't exactly know what Flash Freeze does as a brand. A helmet. Well, we already have a +2 helmet. Yeah, come get me up here. Oh, and also let's forget Flame Tongue, please. Hey, there we go. Since we happened to find a Scroll of Amnesia lying on the ground. This is a big, big room. I don't think it's a gigantic vault or anything. But let's just check, yeah. It's nothing too bad. Oh yeah, let's enchant this up. I don't need slowing anymore. Sorry, I'm like kind of allergies today. I'm not sure what the deal is. Oh, let's back up. This is a better spot to fight from. The Guardian Serpent's going to blink them all on top of me before long, though, actually, so I should back up even more to, like, here. This was a good thing to do even without having to worry about them blinking on top of me, come to think of it, but I didn't think of it, so there. Come on, Salamander, don't do this to me. And down they go. Great. New ring. Put it on over this. No? Yeah, we don't need a 4th pip of protection from magic. I'd rather have the 4 evasion. I'll keep carrying it around. We might want to swap to it at some point, but for now, like, this is a much better default ring choice. Alright, and Blink is already getting there. Not bad. Training both both shields and, holy smokes, and translocations. No access to disintegration, huh? How are we supposed to kill all those dang snakes? Oh my word. Well, tab. Tab. Come on. Tab should be fine here, right? Yeah. Alright, how many more snakes are down there? Not very many at all, so I'll just head down in a sec. You don't wanna like mess with Guardian Serpents though when there are any monsters nearby. So I took him upstairs. Come get me. And this is a fairly small number of Nagas. Let's go upstairs, though. The Shock Serpent is a complicating factor. Translocations to 3. Blink is getting there. I'm going to say no thanks to that guy. No thanks. Please don't come in. Alright, now that we're all... No, he's gone. Alright, that's fine, I guess. Alright, Shock Serpent all by himself. Ugh, he's getting double zaps on me, which I don't like very much. This should be better. Yeah, this character is fine. He's pretty good. We're just tabbing through everything. And the defenses are fine. Yeah, I don't have any complaints. I wish it were a +9 quick blade, but, you know, it's fine as is. Okay, so, like, this is a bit more of an issue. Where can we fight comfortably? I would love if there were like a natural sort of, this shaped kill hole, but I don't see one. And we can't really make our own very well. Can we? With a wand of digging, you can kind of make a really bad one. But especially with Vashnia being able to blink, digging a gigantic V, which is basically all you can do with digging, means that you're okay. So imagine I made, say, a V like this, right? I could stand right here, and here, and then say this is the peak. It's like this. If you stand here, only one monster can get here. But the problem is, in order to dig that shape, you have to dig out a bunch in both directions. And so a monster standing in the middle can blink to the other side of you and then allow 2 monsters, or even more, to have line of sight on you. So it's just not so good. But are any of these guys hasted right now? They're not. Can Vashnia haste? No. So can sharpshooters haste? No. I don't know why I thought they could. I guess I'm thinking of Naga mages, basically. So what if I were to use this spot as a kill hole? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could walk here and then dig in this direction. And then I'd be able to stand right here and sort of have a kill hole. That's actually pretty reasonable. The only other real option, I think, is to run away, which is a good option, no question there. Yeah, I've just had too many bad experiences with Vashnia. There's no reason to mess with her. The 3 stairs, yeah, there's one way up there. So these two, it doesn't matter that they're all sort of grouped together. All right, there's a few too many monsters. Okay, so here's some sharpshooters. I would love to get one of them to come upstairs with me. If you would, please. There we go. And I'll just wait here for more of them to come get me. I'm doing perfectly fine right by that staircase. You guys can shoot all the arrows at me you want. Actually, I'll just come up and murder you. I didn't want to do that because I thought Vashnia might be just around the corner, but apparently she wasn't. Oh, let's annotate this, by the way, in case anyone else feels excited about going back to Snake. I want them to at least know that Vashnia is nearby. All of this stuff is, not a real problem. They don't have any way to surround me, and they can't do much damage from a distance. So this is a perfectly fine corridor. Ow! Oh, he's doing fire damage. I didn't think about that. Let's swap. Just for fighting the salamanders. And then swap back. But also run away. Head to the staircase, because we are quite low on health. And we'll rest. See? No problem. Ah! See? No problem. Alright, this guy really is no problem, though. Blink is getting closer. Level 17, sure. A few too many monsters at the moment, thanks. Ah, yeah, they all did blink right on top of me. Look at that. Let's kill the Guardian Serpent and then blink out of here. See? Aren't you guys glad we trained Blink? It's already paying off. And I'll just hide up here. You guys come get me whenever you feel like it. Yeah, I don't mind if you spit poison at me a bit. Anybody with a glaive or something? The Naga warrior in the back has a halberd. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, we're not doing as much damage as I would like. Okay, we got him. Let's get up here, and then just as they all close in, let's blink. See ya. Because they are doing quite a bit of poison damage at the moment. And we can just go upstairs and rest. See? It's easy. The easiest way to fight Snake 3 is to do it on Snake 1. Just nested recursive retreats. It's the best. You're invincible this way. I don't know if that's exactly quite right. That's working out okay. It is 15 shields we need, right? Capital O, yes, 15. I mean, you don't need 15, but like that's how much it costs to take away all the penalties from wearing a large shield. Which is, what was that? Something of electrocution. Scimitar. All right, so the staircase we want to take is like actually probably this one. The one that's kind of closer to Vashnia, but further away from the big mess we left at the other staircase. The Naga Warrior, I admit, these guys are tougher than I thought they would be. We just are not doing... Ooh, hello. We are not doing a lot of damage in this game. Particularly with the dagger. The Quick Blade does quite a bit more, I think. Just because it attacks very quickly and applies a flat damage brand, whereas the dagger attacks pretty quickly but applies a scaling damage brand. And we're not doing much damage, so it doesn't have much to scale with. I mean, that's sort of just like a classic thing that's always true when you're talking about like quick... Electrocution is good on a Quick Blade, freezing is good on a Great Mace, right? And we have a dagger of freezing, basically. So it's not doing a lot of damage, but it does okay. And it gives us poison resist, so like, I'll take it, I guess. Alright, this is actually a couple too many dudes, so see ya. I love Blink. It's so good. Come get me. Right here, please, yeah. If you blink allies on top of me, I don't even mind. Are these guys... Yeah, the Salamander has a spear. Okay, I'll just walk back. And swap weapons, I guess, since I'm probably getting hit by fire damage. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just shouldn't worry about the poison. Like, this thing does substantially more damage, and I just get hit a lot less while I'm yikes. While I'm using it. We'll see. I'll just try to get them around this corner here. This way I get a better angle on these guys. Yeah, it seems to be going okay. Not sure if it's going better than it was with the dagger, or worse. Could be either one of those two things. Now, we could just go downstairs here. Arguably we should, just so we don't run into Vashnia. Yeah, I think we will. Alright, what's this place looking like? Ooh, a stab. Thanks. How much mapping do we have? 3. I don't think that we need it terribly badly here. What do I do with these monsters? I think I just walk up to them and tab them. Seems legit. Okay, well, if they're going to come up here so quickly, then I'll take them upstairs. Yeah, we do take quite a bit of poison damage when the Naga Ritualists get their way, though. Anaconda. Perfect for our quick blade of electrocution. And of course, as soon as I eat a bread ration, there's something... forget this. As soon as I eat a bread ration, there's like a chunk we could eat. Oh well. Jorgren, huh? Alright, so here's what we're gonna do, Jorgren. You and I. We're gonna first quaff a potion of flight. Then we're gonna swap on our ring of protection from magic. And then you can try to pound my skull in, and I'll try to electrocute you. Does that sound fair? I don't think he's going to do so well. The Greater Naga is sort of a little bit of a problem. There we go. Yes. Swapped the dagger for the Naga. Oh, and swap back my ring of evasion. You don't want Jorgren to be able to shatter you for 1,000,000 damage or to petrify you, so that's what... I guess Saint Roka's here as well? There's no other reason for orcs. Yeah, okay, hello Saint Roka. Nice to see you. Looks like this is probably the wrong staircase. Link's at 10%. I'd like it to be lower. Greater Naga, why don't you just come around this corner here and get ganked? Naga Maid, I don't want to deal with until I've rested a bit, but this much is fine. Ah! Hey, rude. Okay. How are we for escape options? 6 scrolls of teleport, no wand of teleport. Fine. There's fear, but Nagas have pretty reasonable magic resistance. Well, does she have I don't think she does poison damage, aside from spitting poison, which is just not that much. So I think I want to use the dagger, not the dagger, the quick blade of electrocution here. Should I drink any buffs or anything? Like, not really. We could berserk these guys, but Vashia's just going to blink like crazy. I think I will just attack the Guardian Serpent a bit. Yeah, not too badly poisoned. Okay. Vashia just shot herself for 3 exclamation points. It's amazing. If that had hit me, I would be sad. Uh-oh, another one. I would really like to finish killing Vashnia, though. Got her. Okay. Not very poisoned. Okay, this is too many Naga sharpshooters, isn't it? This one's actually all like he's heavily wounded. He's like half dead. So we could just attack him maybe. See how that goes. That went fine. And this is the character with 1,000,000 healing items. So let's just use one now. And then I think we'll be set to finish dealing with the sharpshooter. Where do I stand? Here, yes. I just want to keep the pillar between me and him while I'm approaching. Yeah, okay, so we ended up not needing the heal. But I felt a lot safer having done it. Yeah, the monsters in here like mostly don't do relevant poison damage, it feels like. The ritualists do, and like maybe the black mambas, but by this point you should be able to handle black. Oh! Oh! This is a disaster! No constrict, please. Thank you. Okay, so we are never using this staircase. Mara and, like, just God knows what else. But, ooh. +1 shield of poison resistance. You don't say. Huh. Well, give me that quick blade back. That's a good find in the snake. Yeah. I briefly thought that I had been confused and it was a large shield, which could have been more of an issue. Oh, let's switch the dagger for shock serpents. Sure. It would be less clear if we want to use a large shield of poison resistance. It would make Blink like unusably bad. But okay, here's the other staircase. Third time's a charm. All right, this looks like the vault here. This is very close to the location of all the orcs that we found last time. Not a huge concern, I think. Like, St. Roka is just not going to be a big problem. What could we use? Confusion? Would that be good? It's not very likely to hit him. And it's not like I'm carrying vulnerability or anything. Amulet of Rage would be, I think, actually quite good once we get him closer. So I'm just going to hang out on this staircase, wait for the orcs to trickle in, kill them off. What? St. Roka is invisible. Alright, St. Roka, I don't want to mess with that. That's some black magic you got going there. So we're just going to go over to this staircase and let you rest off your invisibility, I guess. Wait, why is this level... What? Shouldn't it be annotated with Mara? It just says St. Roka, but Mara's here. Why doesn't it say Mara? Did Mara die somehow? Noticed Mara. That's my last... What? Okay, well, let's annotate it. There we go. Don't know why Mara's not on the list. So now the current annotation says Mara St. Roka. Alright, I don't know why it didn't say that before. Come on, St. Roka, are you coming? This guy should be no issue. Shout! Come here, orcs. Dumb orcs. I doubt he has another potion of invisibility, so we'll just come up here, put on the Amulet of Rage. and go Berserk. Yeah, does not really stand a chance against someone attacking 5 times the turn with an electricity weapon. And switch back to the Amulet of Reflection. Did Mara go upstairs? No, Mara is just like, yeah. So I want to make it clear that that's actually, like, if I saw this annotation and it just said Mara, but like there was no auto annotation for Mara, I'd be like, that's weird. I guess Amaloy played this floor and killed Mara, but forgot to remove the annotation. So I am making it very clear that no, Mara really is. Ooh, haste is a really fun spell. Making clear that no, Mara really is here. And that I just have no idea why the annotation is not showing up for her. Him? I think it's him. Let's just back up to here, and then, yeah, no problem. You can teleport as many guys on top of me as you want, Mr. Guardian Serpent. Look how slow they move. It's amazing. Even snakes are slow when you're tabbing with a quick blade. Mara's here. Help! Help! What have I done? And an invisible Mara, I guess? No, that's a fan of Gale's. Alright. But that reminds me, I was watching Wheels, and I noticed that, you know the, like, kind of, blue curly bracket that shows up when there's an invisible monster there? Wheels changed it to a blue capital I, which I kind of like. Because the curly thing, I'm always like, is that something else, or is that an invisible guy? The capital I is more clear. Because I don't think there are any monsters who are capital I's. Okay, so here we are. And there is Mara. Not resistant to electricity, so like if we really had to, we could try fighting him, but I don't think that's a very good idea at all. Is it on the annotation yet? Yes. Well, okay. I really don't think that fighting this is a profitable endeavor. If I had Disintegration, I might consider like digging a kill hole in the area to the north where I could see just one monster at a time, and then I might be okay against Mara, maybe. Maybe I should be more goal-oriented, teleport away, stop trying to clear this stupid floor, and just barrel towards the rune. What else could I do? I forgot to recharge heal wounds. That's a problem. I could buff up, but I think just teleporting is the thing to do. Before Mara gets here to murder me. And you know what? Let's recharge it now. And see if we can take out that Naga Mage. No, that's fine. What is in here? Hello? I don't know. But this is the rune. It's over here somewhere. Do we already have a fan of Gale's? No. Do we want one? Yeah, sure. Aha. Is this the lava one, maybe? Yes. Blink is at 3%. Alright, we can give it a break. Get back to fighting. Oh, and let's heat this guy up. Or chop him up anyway. Dropping... Oh, let's identify those wands, shall we? Anyway, and then dropping... Let's just eat the royal jelly. Okay. Oh, hello. He blinked on top of me or something. Or maybe he was next to me all along and I didn't notice, kind of dumb? Not sure. I just realized... Oh no, we already have repel missiles. That's why I didn't learn it out of the Book of Minor Magic. But I could train it. And I'm not. Maybe that's fine. Alright, this is too many monsters at once. What I really want to do is dig something to deal with this. I wish I had disintegration, but I don't, so I'll just have to make do. He's draining me. Let's just use one wand of heal wounds just to be safe. This fight could go on for a while, and when you have a spare turn that you can use to heal up, it's not a bad idea, if you're at all concerned. You might not have the spare turn later, you know, when your health is actually low. So, sort of as a prophylactic measure. Speaking of words like prophylactic, I was rewatching today a talk which will probably not interest you very much if you're not into computer programming at all, but it's a really cool talk, I think, from like 1998 by Guy Steele, right? I think so. Yeah, Guy Steele. One of the guys who like invented Scheme, a sort of classical small programming language that you can learn quickly and get some stuff done in, and also like helped with the early days of Java. Anyway, he has a talk called Growing a Language, which is about like, should you make a programming language that's big and has like all the things you could ever want? You know, that has some problems because in order to use it, you have to learn like a million things before you can get anything done. Or should you build a language that's small, where you can like get a little bit, you can get things done quite quickly, but it's just like it's more limited in what you can eventually accomplish. And the reason that I have so much fun watching this talk is, I mean, I don't know if if this sounds at all interesting to you, listening to a guy who designed Scheme talk about what should go into programming languages, I suggest you go, like, you know, pause this video, go watch that one. I'll still be here. Because I'm about to sort of spoil, well, there's a little, like, twist to what the video is about that he introduces, like, he finally explains, the talk feels a little bit weird at the beginning and you're not sure exactly why. And he explains why, like, not like super late into the video, it's at like 6.5 minutes or something like that, so it's not like a secret twist at the end of the video. But I think it is fun to watch the video without being told what the gimmick is. So if you're interested in it, you know, go watch that now. It's called Growing a Language by Guy Steele. It's on YouTube. It was just linked on Reddit like today, which is why I was reminded of it. And it's like an hour long. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but you can if you're interested in like what went into the decisions that made Java what it is today, and so on, and what they were thinking of doing with it 20 years ago. Geez, 18 years ago. Java's old enough to vote now, I think. It must be, right? Is it old enough to drink? I think so. 95, right? Maybe even earlier than that. Anyway, if you're gonna watch that and you don't want to, hear the spoiler from me, go watch it. Everyone who's still around, I'll assume you've either seen it or don't care at all. In which case, sorry that I'm talking about all this stuff you don't care about, but that's life. That's what you get when you sign up to watch Amaloy Play Crawl. You get talks about programming languages for no reason. So the gimmick in that talk is that he gives his talk in sort of a much smaller version of English, where many of the words that you might use normally he decides he's not allowed to use because he wants to pretend that, he wants to give you the feel of working in a language that is too small. So he says, well, okay, I'll pretend that English only has one-syllable words in it, and if I want to use any words of more than one syllable, I have to define them. In the same way that a small programming language only has some more basic concepts, and if you want to define like larger concepts, if you want to use any larger concepts, you have to define them in great detail. And so he ends up spending, like, I don't know, at least a quarter of his talk just like defining terms that everybody already knows. What's a computer, right? And it's a cool analogy for, this is too much stuff, for what you have to do all the time when you're working in most programming languages. The computer doesn't know about sort of the way that your domain, the kind of program you want to write. Like, let's say you're writing a card game program. Maybe actually, let's talk about Dungeon Crawl, since that's what you guys are here for, right? All this stuff about, like, what's a monster, and what is hit points, and so on. Like, you guys already know. Even if you've never seen any crawl in your life, all this stuff is sort of basic to you from, like, any video game. Yeah, okay, there's the player, and he fights monsters. Yeah, got it. Very clear. But the computer doesn't know any of that. There's hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of lines of Dungeon Crawl's source code devoted to, like, let me explain to you what a monster is. Let me explain to you the concept of health. What does it mean to die? And it's like, that's just sort of the way computers are, and languages, is they don't have the great broad spectrum of human experience all built in, right? So you have to teach them all this stuff, and it's just like, the more stuff you have to teach them that's incidental to the program you want to write, the more time you're wasting. This is so many anacondas. Usually one of them has opened the door by now, and they sort of leak out. So one thing we could do at this point is just teleport away. That's something that it will let them disperse, right? Alternatively, most of these guys don't see invisible, so we could do that. It's basically just the Guardian Serpents who see invisible. We have 8 potions of invisibility. If I'd thought this through, I would have gone invisible before I opened the door, because I know what's on the other side, right? It's a bunch of snakes. It's not Nagas. I happen to know that, and I could have looked it up from the vault file, but I don't have to because I've been here before. But I didn't think it through, so now we're going to get a little bit less advantage out of invisibility than we otherwise might. By the way, I noticed I was talking like kind of quickly just then, and I don't like. It's not like that's bad. I think it's fine, but it just reminded me that, like, I was watching some of. I've mentioned to you guys before, I think, Walrus McFish Sr., a guy who has not recorded for quite some time, but has a number of Dungeon Crawl videos up and in console. Who was actually, like, watching those is what got me into Crawl in the first place. And so I went back and watched some of his Demon Spawn Conjurer of Kiku game a while ago. And I realized, like, something that I hope is not terribly insulting, which is that, like, everything is so slow that I'm a little bit happier watching the video with, like, fast forward on at, like, 1.25 speed, maybe even 1.5, I don't remember. And it still sounds, like, pretty normal. So I guess something that I would say to you is, if you guys are watching this video and, like, you think it's cool, but you wish I would talk a little bit faster, like, by all means, turn up the speed, crank it up. If you want to hear me at 2 times speed, I think that would be hilarious. I'm not going to do it, but wow, this invisibility, A, is lasting a long time, and B, is amazing. So this Shock Serpent is kind of a hassle, though. He's basically the last enemy. Yeah, okay. The Anaconda's not a concern. Here we go. Got the rune. So, I'm just going to leave Snake 4, I think. Yeah, because Mara's here. I don't want to let anyone else wander down here and discover Mara, basically. And let's just go to Lair. And we're done!
What was I talking about? Anyway, speed. So yeah, if you guys feel like speeding it up, hey, the episode's over, but you can try it next episode. I don't even know what we're going to be up to next. Let's see. We just did mission 5, so they'll have to do 6 and 7, and then we'll have a choice of like 8 through whatever. I don't even know what that is, but we'll be at least in depths by then. So who knows? Maybe it'll be getting a 3rd rune. Maybe it will be something else. That's the fun of Robins, is you just leave the character and it's someone else's problem for a while. I don't know. I don't think I was really in the middle of anything. I was just talking about speeding me up, talking about growing a language. It's fun. But crawl is over. See you later. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.